Hello, Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all? Hope you are all doing good. उम्मीद करती हूँ आप सब खैरियत से हैं. Student, in our previous class, we have completed our Summative Assessment 1, the third language English paper 1 for the 9th class English. The section A will be completed in our previous class. So now we are continuing our class by doing our section B. This question paper have 3 sections A, B and C. So it is contain 3 section A, B and C. In our previous class we have completed our section A, that is reading comprehension. In this we have learned how to read the passage and solve the question given below this passage. All the passage contains bitwise answers. We have to choose one correct answer and write them in our answer booklet. Now we are going to do our section B. In section B we have vocabulary and grammar. In this, what you have to do for this section you have 5 marks. For question number 13 to 17 you have 5 marks. What you have to do in this, you have to read the question first carefully and need to understand what you have to do in this passage. Okay, what is the question? Let's start doing. In the following passage, 5 sentences are numbered and each of them has an error. Correct them and rewrite them in the given space. So students, you have 5 questions in this passage. So each sentence you have one question. So you have to rewrite the word according to the sentence. According to the sentence, which word is have error you have to find out. That means some words are given in this sentences that is not correct. You have to correct that word and rewrite the sentence correctly. अंडरस्टूड. आपने करना है इन सेंटेंसेस में, इन जुमलों में जो भी मिस्टेक दिया है उस वर्ड को, उस लफ्ज़ को जानकर पहचान कर उसको रीराइट करना है, यानी कि उसको बदल के सही अल्फाज से बदल कर तब्दील करके लिखना है. तो नाउ you have to read the passage first. Complete passage you need to read first. Then each sentence go through by the each sentence one by one. पहले हम इस पैसेज को पूरी तरह से पढ़ेंगे, फिर उसके बाद एक एक जुमले को पढ़ के समझने की कोशिश करेंगे कि इस जुमले में कौन सा दिया हुआ लफ्ज़ गलत है जिसको हमें बदल कर सही से लिखना है. So first sentence, it was a hot summer night about 10 o'clock. I had my meal at the restaurant and returned to my room. I heard a noise from above as I opened the door. The sound were a familiar one. One could said that rats, and I shared the room. I took out my box matches and lighted the kerosene lamp on the table. So now go by one you have to go through and find out the error word and replace the word correct with the correct word. एक एक जुमला पढ़ेंगे, गलत लफ्ज़ को मालूम करेंगे, उस लफ्ज़ की जगह सही लफ्ज़ से उस लफ्ज़ को तब्दील करेंगे. So it was a hot summer night about 10 o'clock. There is no error word. यहाँ पर कोई भी गलत लफ्ज़ नहीं है. I had my meal at the restaurant and returned to me room. So look at here students, me room. This one is error. Instead of me room, you have to replace this word with my room. Me room कोई लफ्ज़ नहीं होता, my room. Me room is not a word. Instead of me, you have to write this my room. So I had my meal at the restaurant and returned to my room. I had an noise from above as I opened the door. In this sentence, I had an noise. And this and one is error. Instead of an, you need to write a. यहाँ पे एन के बजाय हम ए लिखेंगे. आई हियर्ड ए नॉइस. ए नॉइस का मतलब होता है एक आवाज़. एन यहाँ पे नहीं आएगा क्योंकि एन हमेशा जब भी वॉवल वर्ड से कोई लफ्ज़ शुरू होता है तब हम एन यूज़ करते हैं. When any word start with vowel sound, then we have to use an. Because we have here consonant n, that means you have to replace this word with a. Now, above as I opened the door. The sound were a familiar one. The sound were a familiar one. Here, where instead of where, you have to write was. Because this sentence contains past tense. ये past tense यानी कि आपका गुजरी हुई बात को आप यहाँ पे कह रहे हैं तो हम वहाँ पर was यूज़ करेंगे. was का मतलब होता है था, थी, थे. That is past tense. So this sentence is past tense. So you have to replace this were with was. Now one could said that rats and I shared the room. So here one could said. Instead of said, you have to replace this word with say. One could say that rats and I shared the room. Here I took out my off-box matches. Off-box matches, this is the error. You have to write I took out my box off. So you off place you have to write box and box place you have to write off. So I took out of box of matches. I took out my box of matches and lighted. Here the spelling you have to check the spelling also. Ligted. This is the error. Instead of ligted, lighed. You have to write H after G. Lighted. I took out my box of matches and lighted the kerosene lamp on the table. So, we have completed this part. I hope you are all understood how to find the error and rewrite the correct word by deleting the error word. Now come to next bit. Here, complete the following passage choosing the right words from the given below box. Each blank is numbered. Write the correct word in your answer booklet. Here, in this box, some words are given. You need to write these blanks. You need to write these sentences and which suitable word will come in the blank. You have to fill with that word. आपको इन दिए गए लफ्ज़ों से जो यहाँ पर इन ब्लैंक्स में सूटेबल यानी कि इन ब्लैंक में जो वर्ड आना चाहिए उन लफ्ज़ से इन ब्लैंक्स को फिल करना है. So as he began wonderfully sprinting, dream, below, thought, shaking, constant. So ये पैसेज आपको पहले ये याद करना है, सोचना है कि आपने आपकी टेक्स्ट बुक में कौन सी थीम, कौन से लेसन, कौन सी टॉपिक में ये सारा पैसेज आपने पढ़ा था. अगर से आपको याद हो तभी आप ये अच्छे से फिल कर सकते हैं. सो एज ही बिगैन Here the sprinting word, sprinting. If you know from which lesson this passage is given, then only you understanding how to complete these blanks and which word will come in the blank. As he began sprinting down the runway, something wonderfully. Something felt wonderfully different yet familiar. The surface below him felt like the country road he used to dream about. The rocks and chunks of dirt, the visions of the golden wheat fields seemed to fill his thoughts. So this passage is from True Height, Games and Sports. So these are our answers. Now come to next bit. Some words in given passage are underlined. Rewrite the underlined words in your answer booklet as directed. So you have to read this passage and hear some underlined words in given each sentence and the question below given to correct this underlined words. So, Bobby's mother wanted Bobby to reflect on his behaving over the last year and said, "Go to your room, Bobby, and think about how you have behaved this year. Then write a letter to God and tell him why you deserves a bike for your birthday." Little Bobby stumped up the steps to his room. Jessie, his pet dog, followed him. Bobby thought for some time and sat down to write a letter to God. Jessie sat beside him and started watching what Bobby was doing. Here are the questions. 23. Number 23. Number 23. Write the correct form of the underlined word. Here the 23 underlined word is behaving. So what you have to do? You have to write correct form of the underlined word. Behaving according to this sentence, what is the correct form of this word you have to write. So behaving according to this sentence you have to write here behavior. So Bobby's mother wanted Bobby to reflect on his behavior. Now, over the last year and said, here number 24, what is the question? Write the word that is opposite in the meaning of the underlined word. It means you have to write these underlined words, opposite words. What is the opposite word for last? For last, the opposite word is first or maybe initial or maybe beginning or earliest. These are the opposite word for the last word. Now 25th question. Write the correct form of the underlined word. So here 25th, this underlined word is deserves. You need to write the correct form of this word. So instead of deserves, the correct form you have to write is deserve. Only deserve. Not S is not there. Only deserve is the correct form. Now 26. Question number 26. Replace the underlined word with the suitable one. So what is the underlined word? Taught. Taught. Instead of taught, you have to write the suitable word for this in this sentence. So what is the suitable word? Bobby thought. Thought. T-H-O-U-G-H-T. Thought. Instead of taught is the suitable word. Now Question number 27. Replace the underlined word with the correct one. Again, the underlined word is besides. You need to write the correct word instead of this word. So correct word besides. Instead of besides, you have to write only beside. No need to write S. So Jessie sat beside. So this is the correct one word. So these are our questions and these are our answers. So I hope you are all understood the solving paper. Now section C. Because this video is going very long, we will continue our section C in our next video. So students, हम हमारा सेक्शन सी पार्ट अपनी अगली वीडियो में कंप्लीट करेंगे. अभी के लिए सेक्शन बी इज ओवर. होप यू आर ऑल अंडरस्टूड हाउ टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चंस. Okay, for our next continue video. Till then, goodbye to all.